Up, bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's morning time.
Down to the meeting!
What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. How is everybody doing today? Whew. It is Wednesday, May. I almost said February, then I almost said March. My brain was turning. It is May 27th. Good morning, Mrs. Caitlin. How are you doing? How is life on the other side of the school/summer schedule? What have you been up to? Have you been just sleeping, sleeping, sleeping? You're like, there's no Daily Dad show this week, so I might as well just sleep in. Yeah, it is crazy that it's Wednesday. It is. It's wild. Wednesday, Wednesday, Wednesday. We're here. I hope everybody had a good week, holiday, weekend, all the stuff that you should have done in the time that I've been gone. Good morning, Brian. Brian got a Brian got a message last week or this weekend saying, so sorry that I'm literally going to be driving through your zip code and will not be able to come give you a hug. But just know I'm close and I'm hugging you in spirit. We have meetings yesterday and today. Then my school responsibilities are technically done. Okay. They're just dragging it out. Just dragging it out. Just come on. We're so close. We're so close. But yeah, that's I drove through Arizona. I did not get to see Brian. Went and saw my grandmother. We were supposed to leave on Saturday, but we added another day. My wife, being the ever so awesome genius that she is, she's like, let's just add another day. You're off Fridays. The kids are off school. Let's go see your grandmother. We haven't seen her in almost a year. So we popped in, met up with her for an early dinner. We didn't want to go to her house. Too many cats, allergies for my daughter, all that kind of stuff. So met her for an early dinner. It was nice. It was nice. I feel bad. She's very alone. She's very depressed. Her three daughters are basically not speaking to her. And then all of those daughters' kids, for the most part, aren't speaking to her either, especially the ones that live in Arizona, like not too far from her. So, I'm one of the few that still talk to her all the time and go and see her. Um, we set her up with one of those internet app based photo frames called Skylight, which is dope. Like, we take pictures, you open up the app, and I literally just sent over 9 photos to her frame this morning of us in Sedona, and then one of a group My wife sent the group photo that we took with her and the kids. So, I feel bad, but it is what it is. Such is life. She was happy to see us. She was happy. She smiled. She said some kind words to me as we were leaving, and I gave her a hug and told her I loved her, all that kind of stuff. So it's good to see them. Good to see her. Yep, yep, yep. Let's go see Grandma Brofit. That's exactly what my wife said, verbatim. Did I send you that text? That's weird. Um, and then yeah, and then we headed up to Sedona. We got in at like 7. One of the families was already there because we decided to go on Friday. The rest of the families decided to do the same. They added the day, so we went up there, got into our temporary room for the night at the same hotel because our room wasn't available. So we actually, it's really weird. We had the room that our other friends who weren't there were gonna have for the rest of the weekend. So it was just strange. The next day was spent waiting for the new rooms to open and so that we could move all of our stuff and then hang out by the pool, go on a hike, that kind of stuff. Actually, take that back. Saturday was spent me taking my kids off-roading. We rented a razor like we did last year, and we whipped around the dirt. Went on a different trail this time, which was fun because it took us up to an overlook. I let Bailey drive for a little bit. Uh, Blasted music. The girls were. I let Bentley in the front seat. He had a blast in the front seat. He was like in the back. He was like, "I'm bored," and then in the front, he was like, "Game on! This is a different level up here." Um, so that was fun. And the girls were in the back scream singing with each other. So that was cool to see them bonding over some crazy music. And then we just spent the rest of the time in Sedona. We had a great time. We found some new watering holes that we actually liked a little bit better than Slide Rock. I honestly don't remember who, but a week or two ago, I was telling people, yeah, I'm going to Sedona soon. And one person said, don't go to Slide Walk. There's so many better ones. Just just try the other stuff. And I'm like, okay. So I told that to the friends. We searched up some different places. We found some cool ones. So that was nice because Slide Rock is amazing. It's really cool. I feel like you have to go there once, but man, is it busy. Like especially on the weekend. And Memorial Day weekend out there, that was crazy. I don't want to do it on Memorial weekend ever again. There was so much traffic, so many people there. Roundabouts, double roundabouts cannot handle holiday traffic. Ah, I was like, I don't want to go into town anymore, guys. Let's just stop this. Let's just stay at the hotel and order food and not go eat. I don't have to dress up. I don't have any clothes. We have triple ones in Green Bay. Oh, gross. Yeah, it's bad. Like it's and people like especially because the reason why it was so busy was tourists. Um, yeah, devils aren't terrible, but tourists like myself, but not me, um, don't know how to drive in roundabouts. If you're native to them, or if you're just have any level of general intelligence, you can figure it out. But man, people that do not know how to use them, do they cause chaos? What's up, David? Good morning. There's not as many in Milwaukee. We're starting to get more. I like them, uh, but not during traffic and not with people that don't know how to drive. That's one thing, you're always gonna have people that don't know how to drive. It just is what it is. We on our way back, there was like 3 to 4 accidents that caused like straight up shutdowns and like accidents that happened just before us. So we were able to enjoy, suffer, like through the context. It's the vortex. It screws with people's logic. Yeah. Um, yeah. I'll get to the vortex story too. That was the last day we were there. Memorial Day. So Memorial Day, we went to the Vortex, one of the Vortex hikes. I scream around traffic circles, rotates, roundabouts, pick your poison. They aren't that bad. They are. People? Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's actually in the reading, funny enough. But we're not going there just yet. Yeah, we went to this our friend called it the Vortex. I don't know if it was, but it was a really cool hike. It was one of the longer ones that we did. We hiked past a whole bunch of different watering holes where people were hanging out. Some really cool ones, and we got as far down as we wanted to go, which was nice because it ended up being like pretty private. We found a little beached area in the shade, so no one was getting burnt. Uh, and we had a really good time. And I think the whole time we got there, we were hearing thunder. And then as we were starting to get not quite to the point of leaving, but pretty close, then all of a sudden it started sprinkling. Then it started raining. Then my girls, my older teenagers started freaking out, like uncontrollably crying. At one point, they asked me for the car keys and they're like, we're just going to go back. I'm like, you're not going, like, we're 2 miles from the car. Like, you're not going anywhere without us. And so it started like a whole panic thing. We were like, we're fine. We're dry. Like, we had like a really nice covered area, but eventually the panic just spread too wide. And so we had to go. And the further and further we went, the worse and worse the weather got. So we ended up then hiking in the rain, then and then walking back to the car. Like we left the main group of kids in the parking lot by the ranger station, and then me, my girls, and then the two other dads walked the other, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile or whatever to the cars. Pouring rain just started dumping on us, um, to the point where our one friend, he said he was in like 5 inches of water trying to get into his car. And then we got in the cars, drove back to pick up the family, and then by where they were, it was hailing. And everybody just jumped in the cars, all soaking wet. So yeah, that was the vortex. That was the vibe that we got. And then we're all soaking wet, freezing cold. For whatever reason, the moms thought it was a good idea to stop off at a coffee shop. I don't know, but we stopped, got coffee. Me and Bentley got ice cream because that's what you do when you're freezing cold and in pouring rain. Bentley wanted ice cream. It was bomb ice cream in a waffle cone. That was it was a good choice after all. Drove back and then everybody jumped into hot showers and hot baths. Oh my goodness, team ice cream at that moment, right? It was no one else got ice cream, but everybody else was jealous for sure. Um, did you go to don't even know how to say that? No. I'm just gonna say no. No clue what that is. I think, but I really appreciate you making recommendations after my trip. I always love when people do that. Don't make them before. I've been talking about Sedona for weeks. Don't make the recos before, Brofit. Make them after. Thank you. Love you, buddy. Um, try fitting 14 muddy soccer 11-year-olds into a minivan during a tour. Yeah, that's what it felt like. Like we pulled into 3 spots, it's flooding all the way around our cars, and we're just like, "Get in, it doesn't matter. Dad, I'm all wet. Just get in, it doesn't matter. The car's all wet." "Hey, hey, good morning. Did I miss it yesterday?" No, I was still out. Um, so yeah, we're here. This is the first day of the week. "Hey, thanks for giving me a call." It's oh, this is payback. He knows what he's doing. Um, so yeah, that was our fun day, and then we warmed up, and then all the kids came over to our place, and all the parents went out for our parents' night out. So whenever we do these vacations with the friend group, we ask both my daughters to babysit all the little kids, so the parents can all have a night out. And boy, we had a night out. We had a good time. We had really good food, amazing drinks, all that kind of stuff. $800 bill between 3 couples. It was a lot, and then we all hit the, like, "Oh, I'm so tired, let's go back," and you do the thing when you're old now. Maybe you guys don't do it yet, but you're like, Who wants to bet what time it is? And yeah, it was only 8:30. But yeah, we went back to the hotel. We actually snuck into someone else's room, like one of the other couple's rooms, and didn't tell the kids we were there. Hung out for like another 45 minutes or so, and then went and got our kids and went to bed. But it was a great trip, good weekend, lots of fun, lots of good memories, lots of fights, lots of fighting. Um, Not too much between uh, families, so not too bad. Very solid. We're in a groove and we love it. Drama is a rascal, right? But now I have way, I'm way too behind on my readings. I don't know how I'm going to catch up. So we'll do this fast, right? The weekend of readings, they were all exactly the same. So it makes it really easy. Should I go backwards order or should I go reverse orders? I don't know. I don't know what to say. $800 later and get some alone time with Mrs. Beard. Yeah. Multiple shower shows today? Oh, multiple shows today. I get you. For some reason, I read that as showers. That was weird. Um, we could do it in the normal order. I wrote it in reverse order. So Saturdays, better to be kind than clever. I actually really like this one. This was a Jeff Bezos story. I think one of his grandparents, told him, better to be kind than clever. And this is one of those ones where, again, lots of pages in this book. Man, if only younger Dom knew this. If only Dom's parents taught him this. They quite very much taught me the opposite, to be clever, witty, sarcastic, that kind of stuff, more than kind. And so I'm relearning it. I definitely am, and it is tough. I found myself a lot of times this weekend making those clever remarks instead of kind ones. So there were a couple of, but I am also noticing when I'm doing it, and I am switching like mid interaction and turning the kindness on. So what would today's Dom tell younger Dom? Yeah, I know all of this stuff, all of this. Today's Dom would just be chucking books at younger Dom. She'd be like, read this, read this, read this, read this. And then younger Dom would for sure be throwing them back. I wouldn't do that to Bro Fit, but he may not mind. So yeah, that was that reading. What else did I write here? Wit is a crutch hiding you from depth and true connection. Ooh, nice. Nice, Dom. Like a sock fight. Exactly. Chucking books. That's exactly what it was. And look at this guy. He knows. Kindness always wins. Be kind, dude. He knows. He's my kindness guru. There he is. Good morning, Mr. Bukes. How are you doing? And how is that whole entire brood of kids? By this time, I feel like you've added three more, but who knows? Uh, and then Sunday's reading, another another one that Caitlin I think touched on earlier this morning. Most people are good. It's a very interesting read. It very much goes into it starts and then it hooks you the other way. It starts by saying, there are mean people in the world, bad people in the world, cruel, nasty, and we're going to encounter them. Our kids are going to encounter them, and we have to do, our best at preparing them for those encounters and helping them understand that, you know, people will be like that. There will be people out there, but not to look at the world and every interaction with cynicism or pessimistically. Uh, Give people the benefit of the doubt. Trust, but verify. Um, Most people are good or want to be good or can be good or are more good than not. And sometimes they're just looking for you to make the first kind step. Um, there's plenty of situations where if you go in hot you're most likely going to get that reciprocated. Or if the person is coming in hot to you, you could easily come back and return that and it would just be in a battle. Or you can be the bigger person, step in with the kindness, and hopefully change the interaction. I think there are a little couple of those situations this weekend, mostly with restaurant staff, especially the hosts. We seem to have a lot of trouble where we know we're a large party, so we called ahead and made reservations. But then when we would get there, we'd have problems. Like, oh, we don't have a table big enough for you guys. Like, what was the point of us making a reservation? Or, yeah, you have a reservation, but it still is first come, first serve with people with reservations. I was like, it doesn't even make any sense. But when you're in a tourist town, I think the restaurant staff is just as annoyed. And so they're kind of throwing back at you. So there's some tough situations. That is my normal call when I'm running late. I'm coming in hot. All right. And then Mondays, teach them values. This is kind of like a re up on a lot of the different readings of this month. That's crazy to me. I would have struggled with it. Yeah, it was. And it for the other moms in the group, it wasn't. Like there was definitely some hot-headedness that went into it, and I was just like, "I'm gonna sit here with the kids, make sure everybody's okay. You guys do what you need to do, but at the end of the day, we can just go grab a pizza and go back to the hotel room. It's okay." Like, we've seen the views, we've hyped the views. The views at this restaurant are amazing, but it's not worth the restaurant we ended up going to, which is one that we've repeatedly gone to, they literally split us up. So like the dads and some of the boys were on an outside table, which is where we all wanted to be because it has a good view. And then the moms were on the inside. And then this is like actually an amazing story I forgot to tell. And then my son decided he wanted to practice his comedy routine, which I didn't know he had. And he's very loud. Um, and he's very goofy. And his comedy routine didn't make much sense. But at one point, we just started to notice that all the other tables around us were eating and getting out of there as fast as they possibly could. And so before we were anywhere near finishing our stay at this restaurant, we had cleared the entire patio and we were the only table, just the six of us. But the staff still didn't want to bring our wives and daughters and other kids onto the patio with us. So it was just weird. It was just very strange. I am so calm in heated conversations. I tend to counsel. Guess what we are going to? Guess what we are going to now? Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm not that, so I just stay out of it because I'll only last so long being calm, being the calm one before I come in way too hot. Uh, so Monday was teach them values, better humans, better parents. So that's what we're doing here. We're learning the values so we can teach them. That's my plan right now. I'm trying my hardest to do it. Tuesdays was epithets. Epithets. That's a weird word. That's a newish word for me. I mean, I've read it a couple times now, I think, in these books, but epithets. Words, I think, is what it is. Words to live by. Does that make sense? Caitlin, David, anyone? Bueller? I feel that. I can be calm, but it's not my first choice. I usually have to step away and then come back. Yeah. Yeah. It's not my first choice. I love that. Uh, that sounds like something I should use. I could be calm. I could be kind. It's not my first choice. Yeah, that rings true. Well done. Epithets, world to live by. And then I like this when I was journaling about this, it was like using V Friends characters kind of helps this. And that's what I think I know Ryan Turner for sure, but I like about the world that Gary created is all these extra words that you don't really know about. Maybe you do. I didn't. But now they're brought to me in the form of these characters. So super cool. I text Chels often to say, I'm not choosing violence today. Nice. Well done. Does she ever text you, I am choosing violence today? Um, use that in a sentence. Epitence? Did I hear it right? No. Maybe I should just spell it. Someone else help me. Eh, where did I spell it? That's like that, I believe is the word. Epithets. Um, I don't know. I didn't actually Google it and dictionary it to like get a what? Really? You messing with me? Epithets is a descriptive word, phrase, or title accompanying or replacing a name to highlight a key characteristic. It can be a respectful descriptive title, e.g., Alexander the Great, or fixed literary descriptor, wine, dark sea. Yeah, whatever. Is what it is. It's just basically like words, key phrases, catchphrases. What do we call them? 100% messing with you. Yeah, I know. That's the way I work. I tell you, I read everything except for this message. I won't read this. I will just ban you. You get one shot in here and then you get banned. Um, so that was Tuesdays. And then we are at today's. We have arrived at today's. 3 minutes to spare. I barely have time. Would it be okay if everyone did this? Another interesting one, another nice take, a nice reframe. In the old days, we call it nicknames. Yeah, true story. Um, but reflecting on what you're doing or what your kid is doing, I think it kind of leans more towards like if you're doing something that's in the gray area, is like, what would it be like if everyone did this thing? Good morning, MP. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up? How was your weekend, buddy? What would it be like if everyone did this? Would the world devolve into chaos if everyone did this thing that you're doing? If that's the case, maybe you shouldn't do it. Um, kind of goes into, a little surgery Friday. Yeah, how was that, man? Or this Friday? Surgery. Did you tell us about surgery? I don't remember you having surgery. We need Chels to mess with us. Just saying. Yeah, Kaylin. Maybe you can text Chels and remind her to wake up and join because David needs someone to go back and forth with. I have a pretty big hernia. Okay. Sorry, dude. That sucks. Well, I'm surgery this Friday. Finally getting around to getting it fixed. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We just talked about procrastination last week, dude. Banter, aka smack talk. Yeah. It's David's game right now. Reflect, empathize, be thoughtful. Sounds obvious. We aren't here alone, but we are self-centered. We are self-centered thinkers. We are self-centered doers. So that's kind of the reframe of it is, it's pretty obvious to see that you aren't here in this world alone, but when you're acting or choosing to do something, it's not always on your first thought that there's someone else here or a bunch of other people's here. There we go. We have it. And we have a really quick daily Stoic lesson. One of my favorites. It's a quote from Zeno. We think, we're not quite sure because he's very old. So who knows? Well being is realized by small steps, but is truly no small thing. So, pretty obvious what that states. Uh, it's a small, little, tiny steps, incremental, millions of them, thousands of them that get you to the real change the real purpose in life. Mission successful. How was the getaway trip? Hit the replay button, buddy, and you will find all about it. It was great, dude. It was really good. One of the best. They're always the best. Like I've said many times, thanks to you, thanks to the show. Uh, we're in a really good place right now in life. We're vibing. Uh, minus reservations, minus some interactions with my girls, minus some interactions with my son, minus a little spat with my wife. We had a couple. We had the wives were spatting with each other. Um, you know, boys were fighting with each other. Like everybody's kind of like fighting traffic and roundabouts. You know, it is what it is. He was trying to set you up for the guilt trip of skipping a Brofit stop. Oh, oh, dang. Oh, okay. Dang, this guy comes in and starts poking. All right, dude. All right, man. Um, but that's fine. No worries. Brofit and I hashed it out. I gave him the air five as I passed his house. I didn't do that at all. And he already left the show, so it's fine. I'm just kidding. I see him. What's up, people? It's Wednesday. Is It Canon Pod came out. Listen to it, like, subscribe, do whatever they want you to do. I'm halfway through it. It's great. F Brofit. That's the shirt for the day. We'll get that printed right away. Let me know your size and I'll mail it out to you for free. My Daily Dads presents F Brofit. Thank you very much. Everybody, extra large. I'm gonna get you a medium. Sounds like an invitation. Go on. Yeah, it's just gonna say go on the back. Making it an excellent weekend on Wednesday, 100%. I don't know why I said weekend. I'm already ready for the weekend. This is definitely one of those things where it's like after vacation, I'm ready for another vacation or a weekend off. But everybody have an amazing, great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow, back to our regular scheduled program where it's 5 days a week, 5:30 a.m. Pacific, early AF. Love you all, and thank you for being here and spending your time with me. Peace out, everybody. Bye now. Bye now. Bye now.
What's up, bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's the morning time.